What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggle's TV Daily Rewind, is where we go back and we can give you all of your tech news stories from the past 7 days in one single video. I'm currently recording this on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 front camera on the big display, that under display camera. So this is what it looks like. And anyways, most of the news, I'll be honest with you, is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3. So if you're not into that, you probably don't want to watch this. There is a big story about Microsoft Duo 2 and some other stuff as well, such as the iPhone 13 phone's pre-order and release date. But most of it, very tantalizing and juicy information about the Z Flip 3 and Z Fold 3. Enjoy, and we'll see you in the next one. We have 2 news stories and a bunch of questions for you to answer, because today will be the first day of questions and answers at the end of the news, just to make these videos a little bit longer, because generally they're fairly short. So I will say before we jump into the news that if you have questions, put them down below in the comments and put like either hey Greggle's TV or Greggle's TV, or put something so it kind of stands out and I can find it and I'll answer it in the video in the next day. With that said, let's jump into the news. The first story of the day is a deal on the Galaxy S21 Ultra that puts it in the same price range as the Galaxy Z Flip 3 at $999. So if you head over to Samsung.com, and I'll link it down below, you can get it for $999. Now mine says $949 because they're offering me a workplace discount, but ultimately $999, same price as the Galaxy Z Flip 3. You can get 128 gig S21 Ultra 5G. So if you want to take advantage of that, you now are able to, and it'll ship as early as, this week, basically. So take advantage of it, link down below. Really great phone. Last story of the day before we get into the questions is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Galaxy Z Flip 3 and how much and how popular these phones are, like extremely popular for Samsung, to the point where it's beginning to look like these are going to overtake their regular phones that basically everybody has at this point, at least in Korea. Let's check this out. This information's coming from the Korea Herald. I'll link the article down below, and they go deep into depth on some statistics for the Galaxy folding phones that are being released in August. So they say the 2 models are estimated to have logged a combined 450,000 pre-orders as of Sunday, according to local media reports that cited unnamed industry sources. Advanced orders, which began August 17th, are to end on Monday. Total pre-orders could reach at least 600,000 units, they said, if sales of unlocked phones or phones that not locked in a particular mobile carrier are included. The figure could even hit 800,000. Samsung's previous foldable phone model, the Z Fold 2, bagged a total of 80,000 pre-sales. Now, if you figure that out before we dive deeper into this article, you're talking 450,000 up to 600,000 pre-orders versus 80,000 of just the Z Fold 2. It's remarkable, the big swing in sales this year. Also, the Z Fold 3 and Flip 3 are flying off the shelves even faster than the latest models from Samsung's other 2 popular series. The S and the Note pre-orders for the foldable devices are twice that of the S21 and 1.5 times that of the Note 20, both released last year, industry sources told local media. Another cool point in here is that the Z Fold 3 is very popular. 49% of pre-orders have been made between people in their 20s and 30s, while the same age group accounted for 57% for the Z Flip 3. So these are crazy stats showing you that, and it's the kind of way I feel. The Z folding line, the Flip and the Fold are gonna be big sellers, and you can tell that just because people want something new. I've said it before, when I go into a Target or a restaurant or some reason I have to whip out my phone, and they're like, dude, that's amazing. Like, that's a really crazy phone. What is that? It really sparks their interest more so than any other device you could probably have. Maybe the Flip, but this is really crazy because it's like, dude, I got a phone. No, I don't. I got a tablet. It's like ridiculous. So it all makes sense that people want something new. They want something that they can put into their pocket, but then at the end of the night, open it up and have a huge tablet-like experience. Well, not huge tablet, but small tablet-like experience to watch videos, to play games, to multitask, to get the most out of what you're doing and really immerse yourself in that whole experience. So I love seeing this. It just gives me hope that we're gonna see more and more foldable phones, because we've heard those rumors. There's gonna be a Pixel Fold, there's gonna be more from Xiaomi, there's gonna be more from Huawei, there's gonna be more from Motorola and these other companies as well, and I think you will see that, and I think eventually this will probably, I won't be surprised if it becomes the norm, these folding, flipping phones. That sounded like I was swearing, but I wasn't really. Let's jump into the news. The first story of the day is about the Galaxy Buds 2. These are going to have an update, and you might want to know what new features they're adding to this update that you should get probably when your Buds 2 arrive. Here it is. Now this update is coming from Korea first. And here's a screenshot of the update, and it's all in Korean obviously, and I can't read this, but it's been translated by XDA, and XDA has this paragraph if you want to read the hard article. It's listed down below saying the following update, Galaxy Bud 2 users will see 2 new options in the active noise cancellation feature. These options will let you enable active noise cancellation on either one earbud or both, and customize the listening experience in ambient mode. Ambient mode, remember, is what you can hear around you. Furthermore, the update introduces a new labs feature that will let users double tap on the edge of the earbuds and control certain functions. This feature was introduced with the Galaxy Buds Plus and later rolled out to the Galaxy Buds Pro. Now it's making its way to the Galaxy Buds 2 as well. And just to give you a little bit more information about that feature where you can hear outdoor surroundings, when you're speaking on the phone, you can turn it on ambient mode and you can hear your voice a lot better, or just hear it when you're on a phone call. So that's been added inside of this update. Speaking of the Galaxy Buds 2, this is a really, really cool pre-order gift that the folks in Korea got if they pre-ordered the Galaxy Buds 2. They got these special edition cases that look like a Galaxy Z Flip 3. I don't know why they didn't do this here. I think it would have been a huge get. I'm not a huge case person for my Buds, but with that said, this is really, really awesome looking, and I would love to have something like this. Let me know if you got this. If you're in Korea and you watch my show and you guys got this, send me a picture of it, or you probably didn't get your phone yet, but send me a picture if you get it in real life. It's very, very cool. What do you guys think about this? Is this something that you would want? Next up is a new phone that will potentially be coming out for Samsung. We have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. We also have the Galaxy Z Flip. What about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold and Roll? Check this out. This is a patent that has been leaked out by Samsung that they've got, and this is coming from Let's Go Digital, who says this coming Friday, the launch of the new Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3 foldable smartphones will take place. Both new folding phones are significantly improved and also a lot cheaper than their predecessors. In the background, Samsung is already busy developing a new foldable and rollable smartphone models, and when we look at this, you can see that not only does it pull out, it also quote-unquote rolls and folds and does everything in between for what you would potentially want on a new future rollable, foldable phone. And obviously the design takes a lot of merit from the Galaxy Z Fold 3 line, with the camera setup and the under display camera and just the overall, when it closes up, how it looks. Would you guys interested in something like this? The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold and Roll? Let me know in the comments down below. Last story of the day, if you remember, the Galaxy Z Fold 2 does not have water resistance, so there's a really good chance if you drop it in water, you go swimming with it, you just get it wet, there's a chance that it will not function properly. Well, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does have water resistance, X8, I think it is for it. It doesn't have dust resistance, but it has water resistance. With that said, I'm gonna show you a little something. This comes from Max Jamber, and it's still like very scary to watch this. Check out his tweet first of all. It says, "This still feels weird." You can see him having water poured on it, underwater, holding it, submerged, whatever you wanna say. And then ultimately, it's just a crazy, crazy video showing off what this looks like underwater, and that it still survives and it's still functional and it still works. When you think about a close to, up to $2,000 type phone being submerged underwater and still functioning and not breaking, it's still quite a scary thought about it going through something like that.
let's jump into the news stories. The first one is about the pre-order of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3. So if you're going to order these phones and you want the pre-order and you want the gifts and you want everything that comes along with that, you should do it right now. You only have like 2 days left to do it at this point. So, or maybe even 1 day. Basically, if you count today and tomorrow, you got to do it. So it's linked down below. You'll get some up to $200 and free gifts, potentially up to $100 extra in trade-in if you did the pre-order and all of that. So take advantage of it. It's linked down below. Galaxy Z Flip 3, Fold 3, and then remember all the other products at Galaxy Watch 4, Watch 4 Classic, Galaxy Buds 2, S Pen. Check it out. Next story is a little bit of good news and bad news personally for me with my Galaxy Z Flip 3. Now I ordered this phone, I don't know, a week or 2 ago, I guess, and I got the 128 and I got it in lavender and everything was going good. It said it was shipping out and would be delivered tomorrow. And then just as I was like getting ready for this video, finding my news stories and looking up the questions that I was going to answer, I got a call from Samsung, direct from Samsung. And I get on the phone and the lady, it was a little difficult to understand. Her English wasn't the best, but I got the gist of what she was asking me. And she was asking me about the Galaxy Z Flip 3 in my order. And she told me that it's back ordered to September 8th. And that basically I had 2 options. The first option is to keep my phone, the Galaxy Z Flip 3 128 in lavender, but I wouldn't get it till September 8th, and she would give me a $25 credit to use in the store. I'm like, whatever. Is the color that important to me? Not so much. I'm gonna have a case on it anyway. The other option was Galaxy Z Flip 3, upgrade the memory to 256 for free, because I had the 128, 256, but I get the phone, I believe, just in black, and I'll get it delivered this week. I'd have it delivered by the 27th, and I took that option. She eventually also sent me this email as well. She says, "Hello, Gregory. This is Eileen from Samsung following up on our conversation a few minutes ago. This is a quick confirmation that I have documented that you are agreeing to swap to the Z Flip 3 in black, upgraded to 256 gigs, which will ship to you by August 27th. We will send you a notification as soon as it's on its way to you. Thanks so much for your understanding, Gregory. Have a great day." So, you know, in the grand scheme of things, not a bad upgrade. I mean, I don't get the color that I truly wanted, but you're gonna have a case on it anyway, so what is a really big deal at that point? But it is a heads up that if you did pre-order the Galaxy Z Flip 3, there's a slight chance you might not get it either in time, or you might have to switch it and do an upgrade like I did if they even offer that to you. So if you get a call from Samsung, make sure you answer it. Let's jump into the news. Our first story of the day is about the next iPhones coming out, the iPhone 13s. It looks like that's what they're going to be called. And you might be wondering, when's the pre-order date and the actual release date for these phones? Well, it's looking like from Front Page Tech that the iPhone 13 pre-orders will start on September 17th, and then they will launch on September 24th. So if you're waiting to get one of the new iPhones, you have about a month, a little less than a month at this point, to pick up one of those. They should have the iPhone 13, 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max, maybe another mini, probably not. But yeah, iPhone 13s are right around the corner, and tech season is getting crazier and crazier. You know, you have the Galaxy phones right now, you have the new iPhones coming, you have the new Google phones, you have the new Microsoft phone coming, Xiaomi's always putting something out. Everybody, it's wild right now. Now, we've been speaking about the sales for the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Flip 3 and how they're pretty crazy compared to their internal competition, that being like the S21 line, the Note line, and how they're doing so well and basically better than those phones. And we've gotten more official information from Samsung. Check this out, this tweet. I'm using Joshua Swingle's tweet just because he put it so nicely in here, but ultimately this is all official information. And Samsung has confirmed strong Fold 3 and Flip 3 demand in their home market. So 920,000 total pre-orders in South Korea alone. 70% of those pre-orders are for the Flip 3. The other 30% are for the Fold 3, and demand is 30% higher than the Note 20 was for that same pre-order, time period for those two phones. And then also demand is 80% higher than the Galaxy S21 series of phones. So it's looking like Samsung's really diving headfirst into this foldable flip market, and it's finally catching on as these prices have been reduced. People are becoming more acquainted with the look out and about, and maybe the usability of these devices, and they trust these devices, and the prices are more attractive. It makes sense that these devices are going to become more popular. And also with that, we should, and hopefully we'll be seeing some more versions of these phones on the lower end and even on the higher end. Maybe we'll start seeing some pro versions of these. Maybe we'll see a Galaxy Z Fold 3 that's like totally specced out and back at that $2,000 price range, but has like massive cameras and whatever else, just massive everything. And then you'd also get on the lower end, maybe a foldable or a flip phone that's, you know, $700 or $600, but has the specs not that amazing. I don't know, it's very interesting to see where we're going to go from here. Next year will probably be another pivotal year for Samsung in releasing more folding and flip devices. Now, if you pre-ordered a Galaxy Z Flip 3 or Galaxy Z Fold 3, there's potential that you might have signed up for the free 1 year of insurance when you were doing the pre-order. But if you didn't and you want to take advantage of that, I have a link down below. Now, before I show you the link is not fully active right now. It should be active tomorrow. So save this in your bookmarks or come back to this video and then click on the link, but I'll have it up there for basically forever. And it's going to allow you to sign up for the 1 year of Samsung Care Plus. So it looks like this when you get onto the website. It's going to say that the Samsung Care Plus is a worry-free total care service. Enjoy peace of mind with Samsung Care Plus, a wide-ranging device plan for our new Galaxy devices. So basically you plan for the unplanned with extended coverage, and you keep your Galaxy in top condition. And eventually when you get towards the bottom there of the page, which is where it's at, it'll say for Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Flip 3 pre-order users, register your Samsung Care Plus now. So you can click there. Again, it won't work until at least Friday. And then there's another link below there for other Galaxy product purchases as well, such as like the buds or the watches and things like that. So keep this link in your bookmarks, or again, come back to the video and you should be able to pre-order your, not pre-order, sign in and get your Samsung Care Plus. The first news story is about the Microsoft Surface Duo 2 that's going to be coming out in October. Remember, this would be the second generation of the dual screen Microsoft Android running phone. And I'm super excited about this one. Why? Because there's some big upgrades coming to this phone overall, at least from what we've been hearing thus far. With that said, let's jump into this story. So this is coming from Windows Central. I'll link it down below if you want to read the entire article. But you can see the Surface Duo 2 appears on a Geekbench score with Snapdragon 888 and 8 gigabytes of RAM. And towards the bottom there, you can see Geekbench results have revealed some specs on the upcoming Surface Duo 2. They can confirm Snapdragon 888 and 8 gigabytes of RAM are present. The device also runs Android 11 as expected. And this is what it should look like from the backside. That backside, you're gonna see triple 12 megapixel cameras along with some of the upgrades that were we expecting in the first generation. We never got them, but those upgrades that we should see in this version of the phone are things such as NFC, lift to wake, bigger displays with higher refresh rates, aka 120 hertz refresh rate, larger batteries, new cameras, like I said, and a launch date of most likely in October for the Surface Duo 2. 8 gigabytes of RAM is kind of low, let's be honest on here, especially with a phone that's going to be running multiple apps probably all the time. Hopefully it's enough to make it a nice, smooth experience, or maybe they'll give us the option of buying a higher end version of the phone with 12 gigabytes of RAM. But regardless, most of the stuff is completely upgraded and it's looking like a dope device. And I don't know, I'm looking pretty excited for this, especially after the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is a nice phone, don't get me wrong, but when you're jumping from the Z Fold 2 to the Z Fold 3, it wasn't that exciting of an upgrade. So I'm hoping this could spark my interest for the foldable phone / dual displays. Next up is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Flip 3 and a feature that they have built into the One UI 3.1.1 software that make this phone actually a little bit like a tablet. They have this feature that's going to save your battery over the long term. Now, if you're gonna keep your phone for a year, I wouldn't bother doing this. If you're gonna keep this for 2 or more years, I might look into doing this, but ultimately, when you go into the battery settings and device care, more settings, all up in there, there is a feature that'll allow you to turn this on so that your phone will only charge up to 85%. And this will prolong the life of your battery overall and give you a much, I guess, longer lifespan with the phone overall. I'm not gonna do this. I don't know if I'd recommend anybody to do this, but if you're looking to save your battery, you want to keep this phone for years and years to come, it's not a bad thing to do, or to even, activate, and it's really easy to activate as well. I did want to talk about one thing about the Galaxy Z Fold 3, and it is the battery life. The battery life on this phone is dreadful. It is super dreadful, and I know some of you are in the same department as me and feeling this way as well. I know one of my viewers returned the phone because they had an iPhone, and then they oh, battery life is so bad, I'm returning, going back to the iPhone. And I have to admit, it's pretty damn bad. It's as bad as it was in my Galaxy Z Fold 2, which I thought was really, really bad, and this is definitely just as bad, which is weird because the Galaxy Z Fold 2 I had for about a year, and the battery life just got worse and worse and worse until the end there that I had that phone. It was, and I still have it, but I haven't returned it, but I'm definitely going to get rid of it. It was so bad that it's seemingly I was around maybe 3.5 hours of screen on time with that phone. And you would think this phone being the Galaxy Z Fold 3 being a newer phone, you would think that it's theoretically going to be, good, really good, or at least good for better than that. And I will admit, it is a little bit better than the Galaxy Z Fold 2 at this point, but it's bad. Do I have adaptive battery on? Yes. Is the high refresh rate, the 120 hertz on both screens? Yes. I'm not turning that off. I'm not going to, is medium power settings on? No, it's not. So I'm not going to, and it's on adaptive brightness. I'm on Wi-Fi most of the time. I know some of you are going to be like, oh, do this, but I'm not going to pay almost $2,000 for a phone and put the screen at barely any brightness that I can see it, or turn the high refresh rate off so it makes the phone just like a cheap phone. And I'm not going to do this or that. I'm going to use the phone the way I want to use it. I think I use it pretty responsibly, and I'm not gaming or anything. I'm just using this mostly for looking at the screen to watch an occasional video, watch some social media, check out a website, send a message to somebody, do a quick video chat, phone calls. That's generally what I'm listening to music. That's what I'm doing on here. I'm not doing anything crazy strenuous. Gaming takes up a lot of battery life. Watching long videos takes up battery life, GPS, things like that. And I know that the display on here, especially the inside display, it takes a lot to power this up. I'm not saying it doesn't, but when you put in a battery at 4,400 milliamps, what do you expect to get for battery life? It's at a point now where these phones are skinny enough or big enough that we should be able to pick bigger battery life, bigger batteries in there. Do it. If you're getting great battery life on this and you're using it the same way I am without cutting back on anything, I'd be highly surprised. I can't imagine. I know some people I saw online were getting 5 hours screen on time. I don't know how you're doing it. I really don't. I'm getting about 4 hours, maybe on a great day, 4.5. But that to me is terrible. I almost can't trust this phone. I'll bring this phone out, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm at home for the most part, and by 1 or 2 p.m., the battery's basically dead, and I have to recharge it. It's really, really bad battery life on the Galaxy Z Fold 3, I think. And something needs to be done about it. I don't know if it means complete optimization of the software and the hardware together and making it crazy great, or if it means that we need to get this with a huge battery inside, 6,000, 7,000 milliamps battery. I know it increases the weight of the phone. It increases the thickness of the phone probably. Maybe we need that. But let me know if you have the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Are you happy with your battery life, or are you like, this is garbage? Because I'll admit, I think it's pretty garbage. Let's get into the tech news. We have one story today and a bunch of questions towards the end of this video. With that said, let's jump into our story of the day. It's about the Galaxy Z Fold 3. And what is going on with a warranty issue that people are having, or questions they have about with these screen protectors that are on the inside display. There's a screen, if you didn't know that, there's like a film screen protector on the inside of this, on top of this big display, and there's also on the outside, and that's on this smaller display. So you might have heard rumors of, oh, if you take it off on the front or on the inside display, it's going to void your warranty. And then you've heard people that say it won't void your warranty, but it's tough to get a straight answer on if it will void it or not. And I will tell you, before we dive too deep into it, yes and no, it will void your warranty. With that said, let's get into the meat of these details. So, Shane Starnes, who's also known as Droid Modder X on YouTube, I'll link his channel and his Twitter down below. He had this tweet right here that says, according to Samsung, removing the inner screen protector will not void your warranty. However, if you damage your screen while doing so, the damage is not covered under the warranty. And he eventually, I DM'd him and he sent me back this screenshot that he had with Samsung support saying that he would like to use a different screen protector. And they said, in this case, I kindly advise you to take the unit to a walk-in center so that they can assist you with this so that the screen does not get any damage. And he says, okay, I'm asking about the warranty. If I remove the screen protector, will it void the warranty? And they said, that's a great question, Shane. The protecting film is adapted to protect the screen of the unit. If the removal of the film damages the screen of the device, this will void the warranty. If you need more details, please contact our Galaxy Z Premier and you get the phone number right there. So when you break down to the nuts and bolts of this, can you remove the screen protector on the big display and obviously the front display as well? Yes, but if while doing so, if you're taking it off and you damage the display itself by removing it, then it's not covered under warranty, and that makes sense, right? So there you go with that, front display, big display. If you remove the screen protector, you are covered unless you damage it while you're taking it off, guys. With that said, let's jump into the Q&A and drop that beat. Neil Gillette drops a long paragraph of a question saying, Greg, I've had my Fold 3 for about a week now, coming from my Note 20 Ultra. Really thinking about returning for two reasons. One, the battery life, and two, how fragile it is because of my career I'm in and out of vehicles, and got the Samsung case with S Pen. I feel like I have a light bulb in my pocket and one drop and she's broken. I got an absolute killer deal bundling everything, getting $850 for the Note 20 Ultra and an extra $100, thinking about returning and staying with the Note 20 Ultra. Love the design of the Z Fold, but by the end day, I'm about 20% where I have had it with my Note 20 Ultra. I could go 2 days without charge. If I had an office job, I would not have a problem or concern with keeping the Z Fold 3. Any feedback? Have been a Note owner since the Note 2. Thanks, man. You are a great asset to the tech community. Thanks so much for the question, Neil. I think, I would say the Z Fold 3 is definitely not built for everybody. If you have like a heavy duty job or like a job where like a construction person or something that is a plumber, maybe a plumber would be fine now, but a job where you can potentially really easily break your phone, I'd probably say don't get the Z Fold 3. You just said you're in and out of a car. If that's really all you're doing, then I think you'll be fine in terms of its durability. I wouldn't worry about it too much. The other part of it is the battery life. So with the battery life, I think a good alternative to, just while you're at work, if you don't need to have apps open all the time, a good portion of your battery life could be saved by going into power saving mode right here, turning that on and having things, so it basically would run one app at a time, and that would definitely prolong your battery life. And then when you get home, maybe turn that off and you can kind of use the phone that you would want, the way you'd want to use it. So that would be my suggestion. I would keep it just because I think it's such a cool device, but that's just my opinion. Marcus Lemo says, have you noticed a static sound coming from the Z Fold 3 at max volume? I've noticed it on mine as I compared it to the Z Fold 2. I haven't noticed that, but with that said, let me just play, one of my videos here. I'm gonna go through 7 features that you should know how to use
on your Galaxy Z Fold 3. Let's jump into it. The first one is multi-window or multitasking, as you might call it. You should have a bar. I haven't noticed it before, and I still don't notice it now. My suggestion would be are you getting it from the same song or same video you're playing with? Is it from the same person that creates that video that's maybe has something going on with theirs? Try different videos, try different songs. If you still have that issue, take off your case. Maybe it's the case is, jiggling something on there. Other than that, I can't imagine what it would be, and I haven't heard that issue. Keenan Jackson said, are you enjoying the Watch 4 Classic? Yes and no. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it the first day, and then I keep forgetting to charge it up and to use it. It's on the side of my bed. I got to put a watch charger over there. I haven't had a watch in so long, honestly, that I need to integrate it into my life. I need to purposefully make it into my life. So I haven't really been using it, so I don't, and I should be, because I want to make videos on it, but I just kind of haven't. Keenan Jackson says, with the VR case on and kickstand, does it sit flat on the table or does it wobble? So Keenan, I believe you're talking about this case right here with the kickstand from VRS, and I haven't been using it, but I did lay it on my table, and it is not wiggling at all, so you'll be absolutely fine with this not wiggling. Moyin Salahedine says, does it harm my Galaxy Buds 2 if I keep them in the case all day, because even if I only use them for 1 or 2 hours a day? No, it shouldn't harm them at all. So they're not gonna overcharge, they're not gonna keep charging, so you'll be absolutely fine. I wouldn't worry about that one bit. Digital Death says, I agree. I would love a bigger front display and silo for the S Pen. What if the Note 20 Ultra got turned into the Z Fold 4 Ultra? Do you think people would buy a foldable that big? I think I sure would. It sounds like you mean what would happen if they changed the name of the Galaxy Z Fold 4 Ultra to like Note 22 folding phone or something. Yeah, I think it would be an easy marketing thing. I just don't think they're gonna, I think if they do call the Note phone like the folding phone, I think they'd call it like the Galaxy Z Note Ultra or something like that. That's what I think they would end up doing. So I think if they do the things that I think they have the potential of doing, of siloing the S Pen inside of the phone and making bigger displays, I think there is a market for that. I think people would buy it, and I think people would be even more happy about the phone, because at that point, probably also get a bigger battery too. And our last question comes from Buddhist Elder, who says, Greg, I was wondering if I could get somewhere to basically have a new battery put into my Note, and if it's wise. And just from a quick Google search, it looks like yes, you can replace it. You can buy batteries on eBay. I looked real quick. They have batteries on eBay. They're like 20 bucks. They look like they're internal batteries. And then on the iFixit website, there's a guide of how to actually perform this with tools that you can buy. So yeah, I mean, if you're really interested in doing it, I personally wouldn't do it. I would just buy a new phone. But if you're okay with physically doing it, it looks like you could do it, or you could probably still find someone online that will do it for you as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the questions. Your question of the day is, what kind of screen on time are you getting with your particular phone? Put it in the comments down below and put what phone you're using. The other part of this, if you have questions for tomorrow's video, in this video down below, put the word question, leave your question down below, and I will answer it tomorrow. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.